everyone, what is up? Today I'm going to be doing a vlog about your dance floor alternatives. So I know that not everyone has marley flooring, and this is the type of flooring that I currently have. What's nice about marley flooring, or the type that we got, is it has a really thick cushioning already. So with this type of flooring, it's nice because it sticks to the floor, and it also absorbs a bit of the shock. But of course, this is just for small jumps and like really small things. You'd still need something to help support your knees and absorb the shock. And when I was researching on flooring, especially when we were starting the studio, we came across a lot of different options, and I'm going to link a lot of them down there. If you guys have time to do those things, such as you'd panel the flooring, or you'd stack up the wood kind of to get the spring effect. Other things like the the foam where you'd stack it on. I feel this is a good short-term solution you can use while you're at home and you don't have any supplies to buy. So in case you do want to try this out, this is what I am eyeing, because I've been seeing people using cardboard boxes and all these things I feel are not as sturdy or safe. I'm just fearing like you might slip or fall if this was a weird piece of thing. It's much better actually, I feel, to use a mat that's thick, not like a thin yoga mat like this. Like I would really recommend like a yoga mat that's at least this thick, something like an inch or 1.5. And what you can probably do is lay it down and have a piece of wood like this. Don't ask me why I have so much stuff in my house without buying. Lay it down on top, so it's going to look like this, and this would absorb the shock. You can, yeah. So it's not as bouncy because it's a whole mat. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to cut off a bunch of this, stack them up, and then put it under and show you what it's going to be like when you jump on that type of flooring rather than just jumping on foam, which is also still a bit harder than what you are used to when you jump in the studio. So let's get on working. I did some of the squares already. Okay, so you're going to get a piece of wood. I'm gonna link some of the videos also that I've been watching for maybe months. But what I did is I cut off a bunch of squares like this, like so. Squares or rectangles, you can say. And I'm going to piece them together. It doesn't have to be so high. And what you're going to do is when you stack them up, you stack them every 2 inches. So 2 inches here, 2 inches here. So that's about 4 or 5 here maybe. And then another 5 here, and you do it alternate. And then another here, and then alternate here, and alternate here. And what this is going to do is create that bouncing kind of effect. You don't need wood that's this thick. I think 3/4 is fine. It's just that this is all I had in my house. This is 1 inch already. So if you guys have that wood in the house, or maybe you can pass by somewhere on the side of the street. Here in Manila, there's so many things like this. You can purchase something like that where you can just make for an alternative to jump at home. I feel like you might even benefit from just jumping on a trampoline instead of jumping on a hardwood floor. With that being said, I'm going to cut off these squares first from this funky mat here so that I can show you guys what I'm going to do next, okay? So some people have used a pool noodle, and I think a pool noodle is also good because it wouldn't take this much time if I had a pool noodle, because the only reason why I'm doing this is because if I only stick 1, it's not going to be enough. Like 4 is like a good height, you see? Yeah, which is like a pool noodle height, which is what I need. Okay, once you've finished cutting up, so I'm going to show you guys what I did. I have lots of squares now over here. So I finished cutting up all my squaries and I'm going to duct tape them. There's so much things in my house that, you know, don't worry, I really plan to use this floor. And if I don't use this, I'm going to use it for something else that I can use. Puzzle mats, I feel, are another good option. There's actually this puzzle mat that you can buy. So there's actually this puzzle mat that you can buy on Shopee, I heard. It's a puzzle mat that has wood on top. Super cool, right? So that's another option you can think of. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do this really quickly or I'll try to. Okay guys, so I have finished my squaries and I realized I didn't need more than 5, so I only needed 4. So I'm going to be putting them on this stack of wood. So I labeled it with an X. I wish I can show you this in a different way. And I'm gonna stack them up like this. Do you see what I'm doing? It's like baking cookies, guys. And make sure you flatten them down properly. This thing is done something. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so it's gonna look, oops, like that. Wait, we're gonna do the others now. Okay, just to fast forward, I'm going to be stacking everything up and taping them together. This is actually better if you have like a softer piece of wood rather than the hard piece of wood that I have, and it works well also on a bigger piece of wood. So if you can get access to a bigger piece of wood and do this, you're going to get a lot more bounce on your floor. Okay, so guys, it's going to look like this. And typically you'd use something like the pool inserters on the pool, what do you call this, foamies? Kind of like a foam roller that you cut up and then you just stack them. Might be easier than what I did. It's just that I didn't have an extra mat to waste. But I'm gonna show you how it works now on the floor. So let's place this on the floor. And I want you to see how it has that space here. And it works perfectly for jumps. I can feel like there's that bounce now. So that's ultimately all you really need anyway. It would be better, you know, if I had like a lighter wood and I could stack them up a bit more. But under the marley, so let's use it under the marley. Ooh, it's perfect, yeah. So it is under that edge of the marley flooring. So you can really see that it has an absorbing kind of quality under it. And I'm gonna cut a piece of the marley to probably stick on top because I still have extra bits of marley. But yeah, this is the whole idea of having a sprung, or kind of like just like a semi-sprung kind of floor, I guess. If you can get something better to go under it, it actually works really well. I can feel a different support than jumping on this floor. Yeah, it's so different from, yeah, where it absorbs the shock. I can feel the difference already. So I hope that kind of helps you, gives you an idea of how these floors work. I'll link you to the YouTube channels and the videos that I watched long ago when we were researching on flooring, and the recommendations they gave us. I just kind of did a short DIY, or a short kind of what you can do maybe, or just got an idea somewhat. I think you can even use like cardboard boxes under a plank of wood, but you really do need that extra layer of wood on top so that, you know, it's a flexible kind of wood would be better than this one. Actually, this wood is quite thick and really hard, so if it was a bit more flexible, it would do really well under a flooring like this, a Marley flooring. And I'm planning to get a big piece of wood that's not too thick and we can use for something under this for the meantime. And I hope that helps you or gives you that idea. And I hope you're keeping safe at home. I'm not saying that I am a professional. I am not a professional carpenter or an engineer or anything. These are just tips that maybe you can try at home rather than jumping on cement tiles or jumping on something really hard. I would rather you just not jump at all than to injure yourself forever. So it's better to be safe than, you know, be trying all these tricks at home. The priority right now is your safety and for you to keep on moving and maintain shape, but not to hurt yourself, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this short vlog on the flooring tips that I can give you, and we hope to see you next time. Bye!